So what, you feeling sick, Cat, or what?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, stomach upset?
No, I'm
Nice.
I'm with
That might go in there. Okay.
Awesome.
So that just happened. That was.
It did. It was a fart.
Well, hello, fellow heroes. Welcome here to the great comic book hero university. And this is my name is Guitar Marcus as usual, but this is my good friend Enrique Munoz, owner and proprietor of this fine establishment. And also this is my friend Kent. He works here as well. He is just as geeky as the rest of us. Welcome. I got a chance to finally film live here, which is I've been looking for a very long time. We got a cool backdrop, all the cool variants of comics we have here. Right now, I want to talk about last week. A lot of trailers popped up. It's getting much harder to avoid spoilers. I know I saw a few spoilers for Age of Ultron, which I'm happy about, yet I'm very upset that I saw it.
You maniac! You blew it up!
That guitar. And also Celebration was last week as well. A lot of Star Wars stuff going on. A lot of Star Wars stuff, so we'll talk about that. But off the bat, my favorites trailer that won me over that I saw last week was Batman vs Superman. Personally, Man of Steel wasn't my favorite. Kind of hurt seeing Superman do all those crazy things. You get a little tiresome with the, hardcore dark heroes, and dark Superman. That's not really my thing. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing Batman fight Superman, and that looked awesome.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Did you see the footage?
I did. Actually, I'm not as enthused as you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a teaser. It is what it is. There's not, really much going on with it. I do also want to see the big throwdown. The trailer itself doesn't really reveal much outside of that there is a confrontation. Cool, that's fine, But what we know about the movie is how they're gonna cram all these other characters in this film.
Yeah.
So while the teaser is very Superman and Batman centric, they have no other revelations as to how these other characters are going to be tied into this film. Now, granted, it's a teaser. I'm like, okay, Batman, Superman, cool. We got Batman's costume, great. Ben Affleck looks fine. I have no problem with that.
He had a voice modulator. You hear that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Christ, just posing. Every shot of Superman, he's above people. He's always above people.
He's just a god.
And that's because Zack Snyder's a very visual director.
Yeah.
He just gives it to you. Like, look, it's a metaphor for Jesus.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to make you make the jump.
Yeah. But
Yes.
I think that's what DC needs, because characters aren't. I mean, their characters are so linked to their movie counterparts. Whereas you have to make a bold statement and place these characters in this world. Mm-hmm. This is my world. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And yes, it's very dark, extreme, but I think it is dawn of justice. So I mean, the whole idea of dawn is like a new day, a brighter day. So I'm hoping that it is necessary to be this dark and gritty, because once you form the Justice League, that's a new hope. That's the renaissance of the superheroes. I'm hoping, because we're getting. I know Phil Lord is the director of Lego Movie, is going to do The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So and coming from a Lego Movie, it's going to be a little more natural, more lighter. Because man, it would have sucked to have a really grim, brooding Flash. Yeah, that would just suck.
Yeah, it'd be like Flash meets 7.
Yeah.
I would watch that movie. I'm just saying.
Put the gun down. I saw you with the box. What was in the box? What's in the box? Not till you give me the What's gun. In the fucking box? Go. No! No!
Now you mentioned earlier that the Dawn of Justice, brings about a new hope. Now, speaking of new hope, we also got a Star Wars trailer that came out, and
two. There's also a teaser for
Rogue One.
For Rogue One, but The Force Awakens. There's a lot going on in that trailer, and it's just beautiful. I almost wanted to weep, but there were people watching the trailer, so I had to be a man and not cry. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's so many throwbacks to the original movies, and here we have some not even a descendant, just somebody who has the Force that Luke may be talking to or maybe mentoring.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Yeah, we don't know. It doesn't sound like Mark Hamill.
They've been so good with keeping things tight-lipped, and that's the respect for the work.
Can we just address the fact that whoever that was speaking, whether it be Luke or not, we're assuming it's Luke, says my father has it.
Yeah.
He's speaking of the Fourth.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Darth Vader's alive, or
Or is it a completely different person?
Yes, exactly.
We don't even know what the conflict is of the film yet either.
When those Jedi's transcend into the Force,
they're
still existent, you know. But I have to remember.
Now, if that's the case, are we going to get Christian Haydenson as the spirit of Darth Vader?
I think they'll just have Vader in his.
I hope he's just in like the Vader costume.
Yeah, because that's
that would be awesome.
That'd
be fantastic.
Maybe he speaks better. Maybe his voice is back.
Just give me James Earl Jones and white him out. Let's just do that.
Anakin turned into a black man. That would be great. That would be PC. And you know what? That's what I also like about the new Star Wars cast. Very diverse.
Yeah.
Very diverse.
Yeah.
You can tell it's with all love.
Yes.
The costumes aren't too radical. It's very much streamlined. If that universe were to continue and technology kept growing and stuff, that's how it would progress, I think.
Right in the opening, you have that what looks like an X-wing on the ground, a Star Destroyer, you know, also on the ground. It looks great. It looks beautiful. I'm very excited. I'm more excited now than I was before.
Totally. Ant-Man?
Oh yeah, Ant-Man looks absolutely great. Here's the thing about Ant-Man. A lot of people have been saying that Ant-Man is going to be the one movie that's going to change the medium of comic books for the worse. Like, this is the movie that's going to pop the bubble. Marvel seems to have this great formula for their movies, where we have these dramatic moments that are, cemented in our hearts with these moments of lightheartedness. And you get a lot of that from the trailer. Real moments from these actors that are kind of grounded in reality with the jokes that they make.
His name's Ant-Man.
Yeah, his name's Ant-Man.
That's the joke itself. Like, I didn't think it. I just got
create the name.
I got stuck with it.
I crack up so hard when you see Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket fighting, and they have this great moment of tension, and here comes this choo-choo train that's going to run somebody over.
The Thomas engine.
And someone's going to get creamed.
Did Disney have the right to use the Thomas engine?
Well, apparently they do. And the train hits the guy and just falls off the track because it's a toy.
It's the perfect lighthearted feeling that you need for a kid.
Exactly.
One of my favorite movies as a kid was Honey Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
Okay,
Right
And like, you don't see those types of movies anymore where like shrinking somebody, you're growing somebody.
Yeah.
It's a simple plot, but it's really done very well. I think Ant-Man's gonna kind of combine that with action and comedy and comic book. But those are all the trailers you watched.
Yep.
Real quick, I want to let Enrique talk about the new books this week, because every week there's a new book.
Let's talk about the main books.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure most of you have already seen the teaser images of Iceman being gay. Frankly, I say, who cares? If you've read that issue, there's a lot of other stuff that came out in that issue that is just as important as Iceman being gay. There's the Utopians. When you get to the last page, holy crap. When you find out who the Utopians are, amazing. Something that's just as big that happened this week that nobody seems to have said anything about. If you read the final issue of Black Vortex, there's a big thing that happens in that book that, again, nobody really knows about.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting married.
In my opinion, it's more important to the universe as a whole than Iceman.
And I'm all for, if a character's gay, if a character's black, if a character becomes a female, that's fine. Do it, make it make sense, but don't do it for the sake of making a character gay. Now, again, there's more to the story. We'll see the ramifications of that. Another big release that I think went completely under the radar. IDW just released some Disney comic book with Uncle Scrooge #1. Now, this book continues the thread of where Uncle Scrooge has started years ago. So this is like issue 245 of Uncle Scrooge.
So Uncle Scrooge begins, basically?
Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
More or less, but like if you take all the stories that came out, those are still canon. So this is the next issue of that. This is the first issue of what's going to be a larger Disney
Duck universe.
Well, not just Duck universe. I mean, we're getting Uncle Scrooge, we're getting Donald Duck, we're getting Mickey Mouse, we're getting Goofy,
and then we're getting
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck's gonna be in the thing.
Darkwing Duck is getting his own comic book again.
Everybody's making a universe. Like everybody's with a Marvel. I'm sorry.
It works.
Marvel did it first.
It works.
Marvel is the Simpsons of comic books. They did it first. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It works. Now, one other book to touch upon before we just wrap up on all the comic books altogether. DC's Convergence. Now, you can skip the minis unless you want to watch all these smaller interactions between the heroes. Convergence in and of itself, the main storyline is fantastic. It's got elements of Secret Wars and Contest of Champions all mashed together. So you're going to have all these big battles between 0 Hour, Superman fighting Crisis on Infinite Earth Flashes. So there's all these characters from all of DC's rich history, all these different timelines that have ended. They're all in this story. They're all fighting, and they're all fighting. The stakes are high. Whoever survives keeps their city together. Everything else gets destroyed. It's fantastic. It's great.
But those are all the new books. And any other new for Comic Day, May 2nd.
May 2nd.
Come down to Comic Hero University. Maybe what's going on? You're gonna have.
Well, we always have the train day here as well, so it's always going to be a humongous event. Parking is going to be a monster, but if you get here early, you can enjoy all the festivities with the train day. Come pick up a few comic books. We might have some cosplayers. We might have some other special guests.
Yeah,
but check out our website because we do have some great announcements. Henry Danger cast members will be here. Also in the month of May, we'll have a sale sometime in the month of May following Free Comic Book Day. So just keep up on our news, and we hope to see you in the shop.
Do we have a send off?
All from us today, fellow heroes.
Should we have Excelsior? Is that
Live long and
No,
prosper.
let's not take anything that's already
You can't steal it.
somebody else.
Okay.
Well, since we're at Comic Hero University, we could do something like
Good day, class.
yeah, something.
Oh
like that.
yeah, I like that.
So
so here at Comic University, having.
So, all right, fellow heroes.
Class dismissed.
Class dismissed.
Dismissed. Oh yes. From all of us here at the Comic Hero University.
Class dismissed. That movie with the guy, he's also in this movie.
You haven't seen
It's
it?
called The Guy.
It's amazing.
Are we doing
movie.
Who's on First or that actual movie called The Guy?
Who's on first?
Qatar's face.
I am so confused right now.
Qatar has
There's a
stroke.
movie called The Guy?
No.
Oh, okay. That could have been, if we worked it out, I could have made it Who's on First. That would have been funny. Darn it. Okay, I'll make a note for next episode. Like, make a Who's on First joke.